Welcome to Best of Reddit. Be sure to subscribe as we upload new content daily. Enjoy your beach vacation, Shrek. If you're overdosing on the childhood bully stories, rest assured this is not one of them. It is, however, a roommate from hell story, and I hope you think it's a good one. In 2017, I took a new job on the other side of my fairly large city. Rather than commute from where I was living now, and spend at least 90 minutes driving each way, I decided to move closer to my new job. I could have got a one-bedroom apartment on my own, but my budget at the time would only barely manage it. I'm a single guy in my 20s and I like to go out and order in. Sure, I could have had my own place, but I would have been eating ramen and staying in most of the time. So I leased a two-bedroom in March 2017, and started advertising for a roommate. A great guy named Dave got in touch, we seemed to click, and he moved in. I have a pickup truck, so I helped him go get furniture, and he helped me move my crap to the new place. We got along great. We were alike enough that we had common interests, but different enough that we would have great discussions. Things were fine, we would split the cost of stuff like toilet paper and dish soap. Neither of us were total slobs, but we weren't fussy little girls that would complain about a dirty glass left in the sink overnight. In the meantime, my job was going great. Within 6 months I got a promotion and a very hefty raise. Dave told me he was leaving as of November 1, 2017. I probably should have just covered the apartment myself until the end of the lease February 28, 2018, but I made a mistake. Let's call the mistake Bro, since that's what he called everyone else. Bro was Dave's weed connect, had been to the apartment a few times, and needed a place to stay. He seemed like he had his crap together, was charismatic, and well-groomed. So Dave moved out and Bro moved in at the top of November. Trouble started pretty soon afterward. He was vain, always with neatly trimmed blonde hair, nice clothes and $500 sneakers. That's where all his money went. He didn't buy food, or anything else. I would buy a loaf of bread, and the next day, there was a quarter of a loaf left. I would go to take a dump, and there was no paper. I used to leave a big jar of peanut butter in the cupboard. It evaporated. I would give him crap, and tell him to buy his own stuff. Yeah, bro, no problem. But nothing changed. He didn't even have a cell phone. Well, he did, but he never used it. He couldn't get a plan because of an unpaid account, so he had a pay-as-you-go plan, and relied on WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger to keep in contact with people. Like his weed customers. How much do you think he contributed to the internet bill? Rent was usually late, and never in one chunk. And he was a complete slob, never did dishes or wiped anything down. I don't think he even knew how to spell mop. I was getting more and more peeved off, and finally we had a big argument just before Christmas 2017. I basically told him, flat out, that if he didn't stop using my stuff and start pulling his own weight, then, and I quote, crap's gonna happen, and you won't like it. The final straw. I made a bunch of cookies and stuff to take with me to visit my family for Christmas. I told him specifically not to touch the stuff in the fridge. And he devoured about a third of it. Screw you, bro. Now I am freaking angry, and I am coming for you. Bro was excited to be going to Costa Rica for a week in February. One of his friend's parents had a condo there, and Bro and 3 friends were planning a trip to stay there for a week. Since their accommodations were free, they could party it up, and I overheard their plans for booze, cheap coke, and legal hookers. I spent a lot of time in my room when Bro and his friends were over, playing video games. I have a good headset, so they must have assumed I was playing away, rather than listening through the paper-thin walls. One of the things they were planning to do was suitcase some coke back home. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's putting something up your butt to smuggle it. Coke is cheap in Costa Rica, about 10% of what it costs here, and much stronger. They were planning to bring a smallish amount, a few grams each, then dilute it when they got back, and sell it for enough to cover the trip. Well, it comes time for the trip, and time to pull the trigger on my revenge. Here we go. Bro and his buddies were leaving on a Saturday morning. I told bro that I was going to be out of town, so he would have to arrange for his own ride to the airport, but that I would pick him up. He gave me his flight number for his return flight. I had a few Cokes in the fridge, and a chocolate cake that I had taken a few slices from. In the cupboard was a bag of Doritos and some Oreos. I told him, again, not to touch my crap. Bro was out of the house on Friday, so before I left, I took every cleaning product in the place in a bag. Every soap, dish soap, vinegar, cleanser, everything. All of it. Did I mention that bro would use my stuff? This included my shampoo and body wash. I use a product called Irish Spring Body Wash, which is a gel that's a bright emerald green. So before I left, I stirred 2 containers of green food coloring into the bottle, and put it back in the shower. Did I mention that bro had a pale complexion? Then I got into the admin of the router, and filtered the MAC addresses down to my PS3, phone, and desktop, effectively locking him out of the internet. Saturday morning, my phone started blowing up. I guess bro went for a shower before leaving for the airport, and got more than he thought when he used my Irish Spring as usual. I wish I could have seen it. He lost his crap, calling me every name in the book, and threatening to kick my butt when he returned. But there's more. On Sunday, when I got back home, the apartment was a disaster. Clearly he had people over, and they had drank all my Cokes and eaten my munchies. That's when I finally replied to him on WhatsApp. He called me almost immediately and started ranting and screaming into the phone, freaking out that he's freaking green and it won't wash out. No beach, no pool. Calling me a freaking butthole, how can I do this to him, etc. I just told him that I had said that if he keeps using my crap, something would happen that he didn't like, and he wouldn't be in this mess if he wasn't a freaking thief. Then I told him that he should actually be grateful, and thank me. Thank you. Thank you for what, you punk? Thank me for not loading the cake with laxatives, like I had planned to. On Tuesday, I messaged him, bro, the cops were here, looking for you. What? What for? Don't know, bro, they just wanted to know where you were. What did you tell them? That you were in Costa Rica, but that you were flying back in on Sunday afternoon. There were no cops. But he didn't know that. All he knows is that there was a possibility that they might be waiting for him on arrival, and that if he was discovered smuggling cocaine he would be in big trouble. So there went his suitcasing plans, and there went his plans to pay for his trip. On Friday, I told him that I wouldn't be able to pick him up at the airport, but not why. I had given my notice and surrendered the apartment. All week I packed up my stuff, all of it. I actually owned the furniture in bro's room, but I didn't want it, so I went into his room, dumped his crap on the floor, and dragged it down to the dumpster. I slashed the mattress, and kicked the dresser and bedside table to matchsticks. Couch and chairs, too. Then I emptied the place. Every cup, plate, knife, fork, all of it was either trashed or moved. I did leave one small pot, but I drilled a hole in the bottom, just to make my point. I took the shower head. I took the shower curtain. I took the shower curtain rings. I emptied the place. I heard later, from Dave, who knew one of the guys that went to Costa Rica with bro, that bro had showed up with very little money, and what little he had was soon gone. He was mooching off the others, and it didn't take long for them to tire of bro. Whatever fury they may have felt by the greening of bro was soon diffused once they caught wind of his true nature. I don't know how he got back from the airport, but on Sunday he called me freaking out about the apartment. Where's my bed, man? Where's my furniture? What furniture? All that stuff was mine, and I didn't want it anymore. What the heck, man? What did I ever do to you? Aside from steal my crap, not pull your weight, and screw me over for rent and bills, you mean? Now I have to sleep on the floor? Screw you. Butthole. No, screw you, bro. Just to let you know, I did you a favor. Now you have less crap to move. Better get started looking for a new place to live, because the management of the building is changing the locks on Wednesday morning. Then I blocked bro. Never heard from him again, but Dave told me he couch surfed for a few weeks then disappeared. Probably moved out of town, who knows? Good riddance. If you enjoyed this story of pro revenge, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button as it helps this channel grow and is much appreciated. Thank you.